Hey guys, this is Jeff with Kansas Family Voice, and we're here for another Kingdom Conversation. I'm here with our buddy Sam McVay, and he's joined our team here at Kansas Family Voice to help us lead our foundation and just do some of the church engagement. And so, Sam, tell us a little bit about kind of what you're doing and how you are engaging churches.
Yeah, I am excited about this because this fits well with what I do already, working with unity in the church and those kinds of various things. And so I do have the conviction that this is kind of a missing chromosome in the missional DNA of the church, this mission to government. And so our vision statement, which is engaging government with a gospel-centered biblical voice, with policy and church engagement, that church engagement is an area that's really dear to my heart. So I spend some time, just going around and making the theological argument as well as the philosophical, here's a way we can engage. We should, and here's how we do it without falling to either extreme of nationalism that overreaches, or maybe and mostly neglect that underreaches. So it's been fun to meet with pastors in the city.
Is that an easy engagement? Are they catching on? Do they feel what you're trying to say?
I do. If I'm perceiving right, I feel like most of them affirm. I even had one guy say, I wouldn't touch this issue with a 10-foot pole, but he's a great pastor because he said, I don't think that's right. And so as we talked about Bible verses and various things, almost everyone affirms there's something we should be doing with prayer engagement, that kind of thing. And
So kind of dive into that. What does that look like in unity? What are the things that you're going to be doing?
Yeah, well, we're going to try to engage the church really primarily around prayer first. 1 Timothy 2, we want praying for those in authority and rulers, and everyone agrees about that. Almost no one knows who their representatives are. So we're trying to inform their prayer. So they're praying specifically Republican, Democrat, we don't care. Secondly, we're trying to get them to share gospel, to sow the word, to be effective at salt and light kind of engagement with those in government, which is feeds into the third one, which is shepherd to shepherd.
Right.
We want the shepherds of church and shepherds of government, and our guy director of church ambassadors, David Beecham, is leading that of gathering pastors in Topeka and other places and locally to engage with those other shepherds. And then fourthly, we want to engage the church to vote. I mean, we're what's the numbers? 40 to 80 million, we think, of God-fearers, God-believers, evangelical, however you categorize that, don't even vote. And so we want to engage them to vote, be involved in the process with biblical citizenship classes, with voter registration, with voters' guides that helps them vote as disciples, not by party, according to the Bible. And then lastly, we do want to see the church engaged in these social issues, foster care and life and recidivism with substance abuse. The church needs to be at the forefront of a partner with government. So we're trying, those 5 areas are kind of what we're doing.
Love it. So, in every community, every city across the state of Kansas, there's probably a different kind of topical issue, but foster care is really big in Wichita, so I know that's something we've really engaged in. What are some other things that you've seen that a lot of pastors are really, their hearts are bent towards that?
Well, I think they care about life. They care about families, the brokenness. They see mental health issues. They see substance abuse kind of situations. So I think those are some of the areas where we're like, hey, where's the on-ramp that we can be involved in? A lot of churches are. And we want the government to know, one of our jobs is to help the government know what we're doing and for them to know, us to know what they're doing so that we work together to bless 3 million citizens in the state of Kansas. We want to be a blessing to all of them and not be fighting with government, but working with her.
And not to go down this too far, but like you mentioned, a lot of churches are doing fantastic things.
Yeah, that's right.
There's already a lot going on. But I think, do you think that there's just some gaps where they feel like, hey, we really can't get involved in this, or we don't know how to get involved in this, and those are ways that we can come alongside them and help them?
Absolutely, because there's confusion traditionally in the history of between church and state. What's that separation mean?
How does that work?
And should we get involved? And then they've seen involvement they didn't like, that had an overreach and was aggressive and was partisan, and they just are. I think most pastors want a gospel-centered deal, and I'm from that place. That's where I've been mainly. Let's get everybody saved, everybody discipled, and everything take care of itself.
That's right.
But I know there's supposed to be an engagement to these spheres of culture, and so I think courage is building, the conversation is increasing, and that's one of our jobs to do.
Well, Sam, we just appreciate your leading this conversation, engaging. This has been a missing link, I think, in the state of Kansas and frankly across the nation for a really long time. So we're excited of just what's happening here in Wichita and across the state. So thank you for joining us here for another Kansas Family Voice Kingdom Conversation.